Football League. And we'll see the River Hogs, veteran running back. He should be a busy man out of the backfield. It's the River Hogs and the Snowhawks on EA Sports.
Now from the host city of so many Pro Bowls, we're on the island of Oahu in the capital city of Honolulu, Hawaii. Today, week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Snowhawks of Toronto taking on the River Hogs of Honolulu. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we take a look at this Honolulu team as they get ready for this one.
They come in playing some decent football, 5-3 in their last 8 games.
And if you look back to last week, it was all about their defense. Anytime you hold an NFL team to single digits, that's saying something.
Meanwhile, for our visitors from north of the border, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here. The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his 3rd season in the league.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well. Won the ball game, bottom line. May not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll look to throw. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that will bring up 2nd down. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
When you look at this defense,
they're a top 5 unit right now against the pass in the league. In fact, they sit at number 5.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
James. And he'll be taken down at the 34. The numbers for James from last week: 18 carries, 113 yards.
I think he's exactly where he wants to be coming into a game, partner, because he has to still be riding the momentum from last week when he broke the century mark in rushing and had one of his best individual efforts of the season. I would expect that there's more from him on the way after that type of a game, and I know his teammates and coaches, they feel exactly the same way.
Well, they're not hiding who their central focus is on offense. Charles, he already now has 4 receptions here on this opening drive.
And I know people who are watching the game are thinking, did they forget about him in the defensive game plan? It's actually been the opposite. They're giving him a lot of attention, but he's been very creative and savvy in his route running and finding seams and openings in order to create these completions.
They'll look to throw now on first down.
And that's going to be incomplete. These two teams matching up for the 2nd time this year. Their first meeting back in October, week 6. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
And that is is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down.
So pass interference to call. That's going to set him up with a first down.
And if it's a bang-bang play, maybe the flag stays in the official's pocket, but instead, he definitely impeded the receiver's right to catch the football. The officials letting the players know how the game's going to be called here in the first quarter.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll bring up second down. He'll drop to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's third down. He'll look to throw.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
He's going to get this one out to his fullback.
And he is trying to get to the marker. Going to depend on the spot, but I'm not sure he got there, and he did not.
Well, they miss an opportunity to put some points on the board on the opening drive. They pass on the field goal. What'd you think?
I'm looking at it from a positive standpoint for them. First drive of the game, they set the tone, right? They go downfield. They let them know how aggressive they're going to be all game long. Even though they don't get it, because it's the first drive of the game, you're not that worried about it. Hey, we've got plenty of other opportunities as this game moves on.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this one is incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
So a free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. Fielded at the 33. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive.
They currently sit one game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Yeah, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, it depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He finds his man, complete. That's Russell. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
3rd and 3.
They'll set up to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. So not just running into the punter, but roughing the punter.
And I'm struggling with this one. You know, you're watching it, partner. Is it more the first rather than the latter? This is a tough one. Almost feels like he felt like he had to call it on that play.
They run it with James. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
When you look at this defense,
They enter this one 18th in the NFL in stopping the run.
For some defensive fronts, playing the run is not the priority. It's playing the pass, right? They get upfield, they rush the passer, and sometimes neglect stopping the run. That's something that they have to work on and reverse a little bit. Make sure you play the run on your way back to the quarterback.
I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Here's James. Fights him off. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Well, when you got a guy who's a dual threat out of the backfield, go ahead and use him. And that's exactly what they've done on back-to-back plays here. Picked up big chunks of yardage, once in the air and once on the ground.
On the ground, it's James. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. 2nd and goal from the 1. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there.
His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year,
as his guys are able to extend their lead. And that's why you have the fullback, Charles. Couldn't get it into play before with the smaller guy. Turned to a little more power. They score it.
And now it has to warm the hearts of a lot of old-school football fans. They love when they get to see a little bit of power football.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes this a 9-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive.
And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
He got 29 yards that time.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll look to throw here. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The numbers for him from a week ago: 7 catches, 109 yards.
And he was able to pull that last pass in, but he's going to face a tall order here because he's going up against the number 2 unit in the NFL against the pass.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
And I don't think he got there, no. Geez, short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
Here we go on 4th down. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
They go play action here on 1st down. In trouble, and he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
On 2nd down now, it's James. Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite 3rd and long on the horizon. looking to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. After one, it's 9-0. Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. It's James.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Back to throw here. Looking left side, and it's complete. And touchdown! A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the River Hogs are able to extend their lead.
That score is not a game clincher by any stretch of the imagination, but the other team now has to be careful to not let this game begin to slip away.
Extra point attempt to come here. And that will make this a 16-point lead. 5 plays there on that drive.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Toronto's offense ready to take over. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
43 yards on the punt. 7-yard return, and out will come the offense as they take over.
Well, the Honolulu offense making its return to the field now. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He finds his man complete. That's Russell. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
They're going to look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the River Hogs continue to pull away here in this first half. So, Charles, they had him double covered in the end zone. It still was not enough.
I wonder if they're thinking to themselves now, 2 didn't work. Do we go for 3 guys on him next time? Because he fought through all that extra attention, Got himself into a great position where his quarterback felt confident enough to challenge the coverage and threw it his way. What a big-time play right there, both by the quarterback trusting him and by him going up and getting it.
Extra point right down the middle, and that pushes the lead up to 23. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Toronto's offense ready to take over. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
To the right side and complete to Jefferson.
It'll be a gain of 5, and now 3rd down and 6 to go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 22.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely, because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Touchdown! A 1-yard touchdown reception.
And the Snowhawks get a bit closer.
Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit, because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead's down to 2 scores now at 16. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Honolulu offense making its return to the field now. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game planned for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A throw over the middle taken in. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Now a handoff up the middle. Mackey, 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They need to make up some ground, and they did.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. Now back to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 3rd and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. It's the fullback. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the River Hogs are able to widen their advantage.
And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did. It worked.
What's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head, right?
Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 23. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Back out comes this offense now late in this first half as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go here before intermission.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
2nd and 10.
They'll drop to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the 1st as the tackle is made at the 33. Now a timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
This offense back to work now late in this first half. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Now 2nd and 5.
He'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Back to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And his kick is right there. It's good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started in the place dubbed America's finest city, San Diego, California, where you see the final score there. 31-7, the final score. From there, we're off to check out another game. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. 28-17, your final score.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
So after a very one-sided first half, what will the second half bring as we are back underway on EA Sports?
And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
They bring their punter out there now as he's on here to punt it away. And we'll see what he can do on the return. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. He's going to sling this deep downfield.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. He went over 100 yards in the wild card round. He's over 100 here as well. And a first down.
Well, up big, but still not hesitating to take some shots downfield, CD. I guess they really want to hammer home their dominance in this one.
Yeah, that much is apparent, partner. If they keep completing throws like that, they'll keep that gap awfully wide as they've established already.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6.
Back to throw again. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They'll look to throw again.
That is caught.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It goes as a gain of 8 that moves the chains.
So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Up the middle they go. James. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. He'll drop to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the River Hogs just continue to roll. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they've built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent, and they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Toronto's offense ready to take over. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And on now is the punter, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The Honolulu offense making its return to the field now.
Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Now a throw here, hauled in, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A very solid gain of 27. That catch, by the way, number 940 in his career, so he's 60 away from a grand, but 940, that ties him with Art Monk.
And I think it's fitting that he tied Art Monk because of the way that he goes about his business, the way that he plays the game. Not a lot of flash, not a lot of dash, but plenty of production.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And down inside the 15 he goes.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
They'll set up to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 13 yards out.
And the River Hogs are an extra point away from going up by 40. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. His throw incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. but that brings up fourth.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
Well, the Honolulu offense making its return to the field now. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. Back now here on EA Sports. On 2nd down, it's James. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed. Now they try the right side here. And he'll get it down here to the 43. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. They're going to look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. He's up to 88 yards receiving in the ball game now, and he's got a first down. Now a handoff up the middle. It's James. He did not want to go down there as he carries tacklers for a solid gain of 9. 2nd down and a yard. They'll set up a throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown. A great play there. 27 yards. And the River Hogs add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 5.
They'll look to throw here. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Back to throw now on 1st down.
Middle of the field to Jefferson.
So just 3 yards on the completion there, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now back to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they're hitting it just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 7.
This one brought in by Jefferson.
And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. And they'll send out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
Well, the Honolulu offense making its return to the field now.
And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remote's clicking off right now. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, James. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So a change of possession here on the punt.
Toronto's offense ready to take over. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
As a general manager, you're counting on your 1st and 2nd round draft picks to have a big-time impact on your team. But where you make your bones, rounds 3 through 7. If you can find a few diamonds in the rough there, develop them, then you've got something going, and we're seeing one right here.
Yeah, plays like that lead me to believe that they found a diamond in the rough. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he whips that one incomplete there.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Honolulu offense making its return to the field now. We've paid this offense plenty of compliments already, but, I mean, they are deserving as they start another series. To be leading by this much with so much time left to play in the fourth, Charles, it's really, really been impressive to watch.
It has been, and you have to think to yourself, the preparation that went into this, but the absolute focus that they kept throughout in order to have this kind of a result, this is Super Bowl-esque, and they've got to feel awfully good about what they put out there today.
56 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On second down now, it's James. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
On second down, it's James. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. This will be play number 7 on the drive, 3rd and a yard. Oh, and they sent the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Bad time to get a delay of game penalty there. Not that there's a good time, but that makes it 3rd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. James. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. But that's just a minor blip here in what's been a thoroughly dominating performance. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for Honolulu, the win form is number 6 on the year. And they will hit the road
next week. Meanwhile, for Toronto, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead they fall to 5-7. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Are you looking for high-quality simulation football action? Then look no further than the greatest gridiron. Our league consists of 32 relocated franchises from around the world. We are the World Games of Simulation Football, where teams from all over the globe will compete on the greatest of gridirons. Hone your skills as a player or a member of a franchise coaching staff. Compete yearly for our illustrious Global Bowl, awards, accolades, and bragging rights as you climb the ladder of success and greatness. Are you a pro or just an average Joe? The Greatest Gridiron is looking for dedicated and passionate people to help build a league that emphasizes on trust, loyalty, and respect. Look at you. What makes you so great? This is the Greatest Gridiron, where you can't stop greatness. Take flight. Take flight. Take